Alright, here we are in the garage with the 1970 Camaro. I haven't done a video in a little while, but this one's going to be a pretty big one. Alright, what we're doing, we're going to change out this mess that is this 2-barrel carburetor, old points distributor, and ugly iron manifold. What we're going to put there instead is Edelbrock 4-barrel carburetor, Edelbrock Reformer intake manifold, and a new HEI distributor. We're going to get started. I'm going to start pulling everything off here, starting with the air cleaner, and I'm going to take lots of pictures, make sure everything gets in the right spot. These old brackets that hold on all the throttle cables, throttle return cable, all that, I may be able to use those, and if I can, I will. However, I also picked up a Edelbrock throttle bracket set too. It looks like it might be a bit complicated to put together, so I'll use that if I have to. But I think I'm armed and ready to go. So here's what it looks like now. I'm gonna start taking things off. Of the motor, that is. Okay, now I did the really hard part of taking the air cleaner off, which takes about half a second. And this is what it looks like underneath. Ugh, really needs cleaning up. So I'm gonna start with unhooking the carburetor, getting everything all taken off there. I might label some parts, and then we'll work on getting the distributor, getting the manifold, everything basically unhooked here. Get everything unhooked, and then we'll be able to actually get the carburetor off and start getting to the manifold bolts and go from there. Fun. Okay, started to take off a few things here. I've got the cap off the distributor and getting ready to pull that out. Remembered I needed to remove some radiator fluid. So I'm really finding it hard to get back in here and be very effective. So I'm recruiting some help to come out here and help me take the hood off. So that's what we'll be doing next. Okay, after removing all the manifold bolts and all the other pieces, this is the inside of the engine. Or at least, you know, top part of it anyway. Nice and gunky. I'm gonna get that all cleaned up, get a new distributor in there. So let's see the old part. So here's the old stuff. Let me tell you, that weighs a ton. That weighs an absolute ton for a 2-barrel and iron manifold. My goodness. So here's the new gaskets that are going in. There's the old distributor, by the way. Oh, it looks nasty. And here's the new Reformer manifold going in and the new Carb. Yeah, they're a little dirty, but I'll clean them up. Alright. So, like I said, next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to spend some time cleaning this really well. And then from there, we'll start putting stuff back together. Now, we've done a time jump here. This is now the next day. I had to run around and do some other things, so I had to stop a little earlier. But I've cleaned off the surfaces here so that I can get the new gaskets on. And need to put right here a 1/4-inch bead of RTV silicone sealant. So I scrubbed that all down. Everything's good. Use some good degreaser. I'm gonna get in here and clean all this junk out too, out of the engine. Another thing I need to do, these bolts, ugh, they look nasty. I think I don't even want them to go back in. I could probably clean them up, but realistically I should probably run to the auto store and grab some new bolts. I had the opportunity, I could have bought a set for about $30 that had little Chevy bow tie heads, but foolishly I didn't buy them. But I'm gonna need them today, so well, I'll run to the store. I'll switch them out some other time. So okay, we got the gaskets ready to go on. We got the RTV silicone, and then we have this Edelbrock gasket cinch stuff. I've never used it before, but it's what you use on the gaskets to get them to stick really well. And then we'll put a little of the RTV silicone around the water jacket openings. Here I got some wire, some primary wire to get some constant 12-volt power to the new distributor. I also put together the cable bracket. Of course, I didn't tighten it all the way because it's going to need to be adjusted, but this is the new cable bracket that's going to go on the Performer manifold here. Again, I haven't cleaned all this off yet, but I will. Yeah. So this is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to continue cleaning this up a little bit, get the new gaskets on, and get the new manifold on. Start with the distributor, and then, well, actually I'll probably need to do the carburetor, then the distributor. That's the plan. Another quick time jump. Just about half a second ago you were looking at these these nuts for the intake. Yeah, I didn't like them, so picked up a new set. These ought to work a lot better. What else? Well, just cleaning up the manifold now, getting it so everything will be ready to go once it goes on, and I'll start doing that in just a moment. Now I've got the gaskets on there with the gasket cinch on it. It's all set to go. Oh crud, I got some oil on it. And so in just a second I'm going to run the silicone sealant right up over here and up over here, and then I'm going to run some sealant around the water jackets, and then I'm going to put on the manifold, which is sitting right there waiting for me. Okay, we got the water jackets and the ends got a nice bead of RTV sealant, so let's put on the manifold. Alright, and now I've got the Edelbrock Performer manifold on top. I've got the RTV sealant on the front and back edges, and around the bolts. I'm going ahead and put it around all the bolts, even though you're just supposed to have it on the ones that go all the way through. I've got the sealant around the water jackets, and I've torqued all the bolts down to 25 foot-pounds, which is what Edelbrock wants you to. So next, we're going to need to start getting either the distributor or the carburetor on. I'm not entirely sure which one I'm going to do first, because we may have some fitment issues. So I'll experiment and let you know.